Joe Biden falls behind Donald Trump with young voters, a key group ahead of 2024, poll says. USA Todd. Joe Biden is falling behind Donald Trump with young voters, a voting bloc crucial to his 2020 victory. Why? A poll found. Below are your comments. Newsflash. Most people don't like Biden. The only reason he's president is because Trump was his opponent. Maybe if they ask the question, will you vote against Donald Trump, they'd reflect a little more to reality than asking, do you support Joe Biden? So I guess we can look forward to a much harder push to buy these younger voters back by using our people's money to pay for their college tuition. I would say education, but if you have talked with a recent college student, you can very quickly see they got a lot of things from college but an ado. Why do I feel like the media has gone on overdrive to prove that their polling is accurate? This one takes the cake and proves the absurdity of these polls. Who has the time to pick up random calls? Besides, I hate landlines, and I don't think other young voters do too. Biden needs to do what's best for this nation and step aside. Remember when he said he was just a transitional candidate? Now he needs to go. Democrats would have no problem winning if they literally picked anyone else. Going to need to hire better polling personnel. All the chat, social sites and other gatherings groups actually like most of Biden policies. There are a few they don't like. But overall in new voters, Biden way ahead of any Repub politician and slightly ahead on Dem side. Next news. Trump wins Texas Governor Abbott's endorsement at U.S.-Mexico border. Reuters. Republican Donald Trump won the endorsement of Texas Governor Greg Abbott at an event near the U.S.-Mexico border on Sunday, a location meant to highlight the former U.S. president's plans to crack down on immigration if he wins the 2024 election. Trump, the frontrunner for the Republican nomination to challenge Democratic President Joe Biden next year, traveled to Edinburgh, Texas, with Abbott to visit Texas National Guard soldiers, Texas Department of Public Safety troopers and off. Below are your comments. The Democrats have wanted reasonable border policy for decades, but the GOP would never agree, because it knows that their supporters vote on hate and fear, and they know a chaotic border is their only winning strategy. Reality check. No such thing as conservatives or Republicans anymore. They're all MAGAs. Therefore Trump will automatically get the cult votes. Not the votes of 65 to 70% of the rest of America. I learned long ago, locks only keep the honest out. Walls and fences will not work. The U.S. prison system cannot keep cell phones or drugs out of prisons. If Texas wants a wall, Texas can pay for it. How sickening. How anyone could support a con man that tried to overthrow the country is beyond me. I shouldn't have to be proud that none of my support has ever gone to him, but it seems like something ing to brag about now. Next news. A Montana farmer with a flat top and ample lobbyist cash stands between GOP and Senate control. ASIC. IATED Press. After 17 years in the U.S. Senate, Democrat Jon Tester is a well-known commodity in Montana. A plain-spoken grain farmer with a flat top and a carefully cultivated reputation as a moderate. Tester has survived 3 close elections and a changed national political landscape to emerge as a lone Democrat still holding high office in Montana. The 2024 election brings possibly his stiffest challenge yet. Republicans, just 2 seats short of Senate control, are expected to spend tens of millions. Below are your comments. Jon Tester is one of the last moderate and honest members of the United States Senate. Let's hope he doesn't get driven out of politics the way others like him have. The portrayal of Tester as somehow bought by lobbyists is baloney. People donate to him because they like his positions and they know his Senate seat could shift counter. OL of the Senate. He may be moderate, but he's no Joe Manchin. Thank God for that. A moderate with integrity from any party is valuable. Anyone with half a brain can see how MAGA cults spread hate, fear, and lies. Republicans whisper about cutting Social Security. King of chaos and corruption leads the MAGA cult as a cancer to our society. Republicans ignore the corruption on 67 years old. Time to retire. Next news. The Bidens start Thanksgiving early by serving dinner and showing Wonka to service members. Associated Press. Biden also paid tribute Sunday to former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died Sunday, and to preside. Nt. Jimmy Carter. They brought so much grace to the office, Biden said. The President and First Lady Jill Biden headed to a packed auditorium at Naval Support Activity Hamp Ton Roads to introduce the new film centered around the early life of Roald Dahl's fictional accenter. IC chocolatier, Willy Wonka. Below are your comments. Biden will amaze the troops with his story about flying a P-51 to cover General Custer in his charge up San Juan Hill outside Saigon. Will they be having their family Thanksgiving at the palatial estate of private equity billionaire D. David Rubenstein like they have the previous 2 years? Sounds like something you might expect from Clarence Thomas and Harland Crow. But I'm sure it's totally innocent and not just one of the countal. The Bidens are getting an early start on the Thanksgiving week by taking turkeys meant for service members. Before departing for dinner, Biden told families during his speech that military are the literal bone of this country, adding, 1% of you, only one, defend, 99% of us. Next news. Reactions to the death of Rosalynn Carter, former First Lady and global humanitarian. Associated Press. President Joe Biden said the Carters brought grace to the White House. Biden said he spoke to the family and was told that Jimmy Carter was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. Later, the White House released an official joint statement from the President and First Lady Jill Biden saying that Carter inspired the nation. Below are your comments. May her soul rest in perfect peace, amen. It won't be inconceivable for Jimmy to follow her very soon. What an amazing love story they had. The Carters both work to benefit others. Something that is needed. Wonderful person. My condolences to the Carters. RIP First Lady, God bless. As a Reagan Republican, now a recovering one, the Carters were always the personification of class and humble dignity. I'm utterly shocked that Carrot Top could find something nice to say. She probably reminded him of the one elementary school teacher that put up with him. Next news. Transcript. House Intelligence Committee Chair Representative Mike Turner on Face the Nation, November 19, 2023. CBS News. The following is a transcript of an interview with House Intelligence Committee Chair Rep. Mike Turner, Republican of Ohio, that aired on November 19, 2023. Below are your comments. This guy is comparing oranges to apples, they are not the same. Trump was found out and refused to return them. This whataboutism by MAGA is to the point it's no longer amusing, it's just delusional. Would be less serious if it weren't being espoused by people who know better and don't care because it fits the narrative they want to push. House intelligence is getting to be an oxymoron thanks to the GQP. What a crock. Comparing Trump's actively ignoring request, subpoenas, search warrants, moving documents as opposed to having something in storage for years not knowing you have it. I've had things in boxes for 40 years that haven't seen the light of day since being packed. But if asked for them I would. Next news. K-pop star Rosé joins First Lady Jill Biden to talk mental health. Associated Press. K-pop superstar Rosé said Friday at a mental health awareness event hosted by First Lady Jill Biden that it's important for the world to understand that famous people grapple with emotional struggles too. Rosé, a part of the supergroup Blackpink, said having a large social media following makes her feel vulnerable, particularly when people are critical. Just as we feed ourselves for better health and fitness, mental health can only be maintained equally, if not more intentionally, as are. Below are your comments. Jill knows all about mental health. She has lived with him for years. I think a real professional would work out better. Well, Dr. Jill does have first-hand knowledge of someone with diminished mental capabilities. So should be up her alley, what with her medical background. Lol. Dr. Jill Alice Cooper clone pandering again. Fake drive. Next news. DeSantis won't condemn Musk for endorsing an anti-Semitic post. I did not see the comment, he says. Associated Press. Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis is refusing to condemn Elon Musk's post endorsing an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory, maintaining Sunday that he wasn't familiar with the post despite it prompting major companies to pull advertising from the billionaire's social media platform. "I did not see the comment," DeSantis, the governor of Florida, said on CNN's State of the Union. "And so, I know that Elon has had a target on his back ever since he purchased Twitter because Inc. Below are your comments. DeSantis in a nutshell, I have no opinion. This is why Nikki Haley is crushing him. Conviction. She has conviction on topics. States the position willing to argue for the position. Haley has chosen to be the man in the arena. Next news. DeSantis refuses to condemn Elon Musk for endorsing anti-Semitism on Twitter. HuffPost. The Republican presidential candidate claimed he had not seen the billionaire's comment that agreed with an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Below are your comments. Why start now? Swastika flags are freely flown at every one of DeSantis' campaign events and at many other venues in Florida, yet he has never said a word about it. White supremacists are a major part of his core constituency. Don't want to alienate your donors. Wants to be elected to the most powerful office on earth. What do you think about this statement by one of your leading supporters? Next news. Closer than we have been to Israel-Hamas hostage deal, White House official says. CBS News. Many areas of difference that previously existed have been narrowed, a top national security advisor to President Biden said Sunday. Below are your comments. Biden has no control over the situation. Lol. Half of zero is still zero. Who is kidding who? Please wait a moment. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.